Guys, welcome back to our channel Humpty Dumpty 2. As promised last time, I'm here with you sharing all the sample letters, our own sample letters we submitted as proof of funds. All the documents like gift deeds, bank letter, authorization letter, I will be sharing everything in detail, all the screenshots, and I'll take you through all the documents. And if you haven't watched my last video, I created a detailed video explaining what are proof of funds, what is allowed, quick tips from our experience, and common questions also were addressed. So if you haven't watched that video, I'll leave the link on top somewhere, and also I'll put the link in the description box. You can go and check that video out after you watch this video. And guys, if you still haven't subscribed to our channel, guys, please go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell icon next to it so that you don't miss any video from us. So without wasting a lot of time, let's get started and I'll show you all the letters today. Let's get started with the bank letter. So let me take you to my screen directly. So guys, first thing that we will talk about is proof of funds letter format. So this format should be followed in any type of proof of fund document or letter that you're getting created. Letter format should include following information. This information, all of this is mandatory and should be included in the proof of funds letter, be it you're creating it for your savings account or your FD, RD or any of it. So first thing that should be is it should always be printed on financial institution letterhead, and it should include information of the institution like name, address, phone and email very clearly. Very important, it should be on the letterhead. Second, it should include your name clearly. Third is account number should be clearly mentioned. So if it's a savings account, then you can mention savings account number. If you have X number of FDs, then you need to mention the FD number or the unique number for each and every FD that you are showing it as your proof of funds. Fourth is date of opening. So what is the date of opening of your savings account or your RD or your FD? Fifth is current balance. So what is the current balance in your savings account? So if it is FD, you need to show the principal amount. It should never be the amount that you get at the maturity. The balance will always be your principal amount. And sixth is clearly mention the signature designation of the bank employee who is issuing you the letter. So they should stamp it, sign it and put the designation, and if they can, they should also put their employee ID. So it's always good to have. Seventh is always include a line mentioning that if you have any debts or loans and if the amount can be liquidated at any time by you. So clearly mention that as well. I will show you my own proof of funds letter that we got created for ourselves, and the same we submitted in our ITA document. So let's get started. So the first one is savings account balance letter. So what should be there in the savings account balance letter? So guys, I am a customer of HDFC Bank, so all my letters will be on HDFC letterhead. So whatever bank you are using, you can use the same format for those banks as well. You can go to the bank and ask them that you need letter in the same format. It should not be a problem. We got it created for two other banks for my husband. Most important is the information should be mentioned in that letter. So even if they change the format here and there, but all the information should always be included. So how does a savings bank account letter look like? Now, if you see, it is on the letterhead of HDFC Bank and address is completely mentioned. Date is here. Two will be your own name and address. So you are the customer. It should be your name and complete address of yours. Then it says that it's a balance confirmation certificate. So ideally, this should be the sentence that the letter is referred on this date and it's a request to get the balance confirmation certificate as of whatever date. And here is the most important information. Always mention the account number, type of account it is, whether it is savings account or current account, what is the balance, and in words as well, in numbers and words, and it should be stamped. In the video, I think the stamp is not clearly visible and signature is not visible, so it should be stamped with the signature, designation and employee code of the employee of the bank. So this is about savings bank balance confirmation certificate. Next is fixed deposit or recurring deposit proof of funds letter. How should it look like? What is the format? So again, it is on the HDFC letterhead with the HDFC Bank address completely mentioned. And if you see here, it is going to be referring to the customer. So ideally, it should be my name and a complete address. So it should be clearly mentioned. And then when is the letter referred to? What is the date? And here is the most important information in the table, that what is the account number. So if you notice here, I
showed one FD and two RDs. So it has clearly mentioned that I have two RDs and FD, and the number was here in column 1. And then what is the principal amount? So like I said, always the principal amount should be mentioned, never the maturity amount. So amount should be mentioned here, amount in words, what was the start date of your RD or FD, what was the rate of interest, and when is the maturity date. And if you noticed, the letter is signed with the stamp, and sign includes the employee number, employee code, designation, name, and signature for both the HDFC employees. So it is very important. Stamp has to be very clear. Okay, moving on. Next is the currency conversion letter. So whatever amount that you are showing as proof of funds in your letter from one bank, you should have a summary letter of that. That is called as proof of funds letter, which clearly mentions that this is the amount in your home currency, and after converting it to Canadian dollars as per the current date conversion rate, what will be the amount in CAD. So this is the letter, and it is very important. Again, it should be on the letterhead with complete address of the bank. Date should be mentioned, and this ideally should be the format. Very important. So let me tell you what important details are here. So this is certify that Miss, so this is me. Ideally, your name should be here. Is maintaining a savings account number. So like I showed you two bank letters, right? Previously, one savings bank account letter. The other letter was for FDs and RDs. So this letter is the summary letter, which talks about a summary of total amount in HDFC Bank that I'm showing as proof of funds. How much amount do I have in my savings account? How much amount do I have in my FD? And how much is there in the RD? And what is the total of all of that in my home currency? And then when I convert it to Canadian dollars, how much is the amount? So if you see, they are saying that I maintain a savings account number, and the number is mentioned here, bank in the bank since whatever date I got my bank account number opened. Then as of this date, what was the balance in my savings account? So here the balances ideally should be mentioned in numbers and then in words, and then it is converted to Canadian dollars. So here will be the amount. So similarly for my FDs and RDs, they've done the same thing. Available balance in the fixed deposit as of whatever date you're getting it issued, or amount in numbers and then words, and then when it is converted to Canadian dollars, how many Canadian dollars it is. And similarly for RD, as for the date, how much amount it is in the local currency, and then when you convert it to Canadian dollars, how much it is. And if you notice, in for each savings, FD and RD, currency conversion rate is also mentioned here. And one important line is the small little line. If you read it clearly, it says that this certificate is being issued to you upon customer specific request, and funds can be liquidated at any point in time. So this means that amount is available to you and you're free to use or free to liquidate it at any point in time. So very important, mention this line in your letter. So this is about the summary letter. So if you are showing proof of funds from 2 or 3 banks, then you should have the summary letter from each of the bank. I am showing it to you for HDFC. So if you're, for example, getting it done from ICICI or any other bank, then you should have the summary letter always for whatever account, FD, savings, RD that you're trying to show. Okay, then comes is the authorization letter. In my case, my husband was the primary applicant and I was secondary applicant. But when we showed our proof of funds, it was a joint proof of funds. So we showed some proof of funds from my account, some proof of funds were shown from my husband's account. So since I was a secondary applicant, I had to issue him an authorization letter saying that I authorized him, and he's completely liable to use all the funds that I'm showing in my account, and he's completely free to use it at any point in time. So let me show you how the format looks like. So it should mention that it is the authorization letter. This is the date. So this says that this is to certify that the husband name should be here, who happens to be the primary applicant. Then profile number of your express entry profile to Canada has full access to all the funds present in my account. I authorize my husband to use these funds for our settlement in Canada. And if you notice, I've clearly, listed out all the bank accounts that I have, what type of account I have, and amount that I'm trying to say that he is completely free to use it. So mention the bank name here. If you have 2 or 3 banks, then you can mention all of them here, and then type of account that you're showing in your proof of funds, savings, RD, FD, or whatever, and then what is the amount. And also all supporting documents related to these funds have been attached. So all the supporting documents means the documents that I just showed you previously, plus 6 months bank statement letter. So it is always good to have. I've talked about this in my previous video where I spoke about everything about proof of funds, common queries and tips. So you can go and watch that video as well. I will put the link to that video in the description box. So that is the video that talks about everything that you should know about proof of funds and quick tips that we shared from our experience as well. Next, let's talk about gift deed. What is the format of gift deed? Many people have confusion here, and many people even posted comments in our last video that they wanted to see the format for gift deed. So here it is, and it should be printed on a stamp paper. It can be 50 rupees stamp paper or 100 rupees stamp paper if you're getting it created from India. So that is fine, but it should always be on the stamp paper. So the format says that the person who is giving you the gift deed, so here assuming that your father is creating the gift deed for you, then your father name should be mentioned here, and then saying that he's son of, then your grandfather name and complete address, hereby on date. So whatever the date that the gift deed is issued on, that date should be mentioned. Make a gift deed for a gift made on dated, then date should be here, and the amount. What is the amount? Created out of love and affection to my son. So if the person for whom the gift deed is created is son, then it should be mentioned that it is for the son, and the name of the son, father name and address should be clearly mentioned. Then it should also say this line, which is very important, that I confirm that I am resident of India. I further confirm that gift deed is made out from my own funds standing to the credit of my account. Account number should be mentioned, which bank it is, and the bank address. And then I further confirm that consideration of this gift is the love and affection for my son and no other consideration. So this line is very important. So put it in your gift deed format. Then it says that I further confirm that the gift has been made by check number this. Check number should be mentioned here. Date of the check, drawn on the bank name and bank address. So the gift is irrevocable and I have no claim left. So very important, you can use the same language in the gift deed, and then place where the gift deed is created, what is the date, your father's name, then witness, you can include one witness, and then your name and signature and your father's signature as well. So at a high level, this is the gift deed format. So if you're planning to go ahead showing gift deed as your proof of funds, then straight away you can use this letter and get your own letter created for gift deed in a similar format.
So guys, I hope this video was helpful to you, and now you're able to understand all the formats for all the documents which are required for proof of funds. You can take reference from here and create your own documents accordingly. Still, if you have any questions, then feel free to write a comment for us in the comment box, or also you can get in touch with us on Instagram at Humpty02Dumpty. We are very much active there, and do subscribe to our channel. Don't forget that. Click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you don't miss any video from us, and also do give it a like, because that motivates us and encourages us to make more videos, more and more videos for you guys. That's it from my end. If you have any questions, leave a comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, you take care. Goodbye.